You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
Good morning, YouTube. How's everybody doing on a Saturday morning? Hope everybody is well. We'll give it a minute or two, see who joins us this morning. Got a couple things to go over. Some shout outs, some books I read this week. See if anybody wants to jump in and join us this morning. Morning, guys. Beckerman, good morning. Jimmy G, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Not too cold here today. It's like 30, so I'll take it. We had a couple days of rain. It was actually a lot warmer, and then got cold, but we've got no snow or rain or anything in the forecast for the next couple days, so I'll take that. Kenneth, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, couple things to do today. Wanted to talk about a few books. 51, yeah, that would be nice. I think when I woke up this morning, and I'm sure Beckerman in Kansas City, it's probably colder there. It usually is. It was about 16 degrees, I think, but it's warming up. Sun's out. It's going to be a cold, but the sun's going to be out, so I'll take it. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in this morning. Couple things to do. Got a couple shout outs, and all of the links are down in the description. So definitely go check those channels out. A couple new ones, but it's an official new segment on the show, and here is the video. Get this channel a sub. So it's the Get This Channel a Sub segment. I got a couple channels. DOS Comics, DOSS Comics, and the link is down below. Got to check out his channel. I think he's got like 3 or 4 subs. Discovered his channel last week. Looks like he's fairly new. He's been doing some weekly comic book hauls, but definitely want to go support his channel. Help bump up his sub numbers. Like I said, I think the last I looked, he had 3 or 4. So, but it definitely looks like a new channel. Want to, support him. So DOSS Comics, link is down below. Definitely go check out his channel. The next channel I have is Prime Comics. So Prime's been around for a while. He took a little bit of a break at the end of last year for the holidays, but he is back. He's been doing some comic haul stuff and some unboxings. Some statue unboxings. So, Bookworm, good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks, Jimmy. Yeah. It's just, still discovering new channels. It's amazing how many channels are out there that I don't, that are still not on my radar. New channels coming on all the time. So, DOS Comics is one of them. And then Prime Comics, like I said, he's been around a while, but he's been putting out some really great content recently. Some statue unboxings. He recently did a Wolverine statue unboxing, Batman statue unboxing, some really good stuff. So definitely want to go check out Prime Comics. And then the third channel I wanted to mention was Eternals Budget Comics. And he, again, small channel. I think all of these channels are, could use some help in getting some subs. So definitely check out his channel. There's a lot of unboxings, comic book haul stuff. So Eternals Budget Comics, definitely a good channel. Like I said, all of the links are down below. So chop and drop. There he is. Good morning, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Just doing a couple shout outs. Yep. I'll get you there, Jimmy. I'm trying to highlight some of the, you know, I'm trying to highlight as many channels as possible, but um, some of the small channels too. Like I said, this DOS comics that I just recently found. I was surprised. He just 3 or 4 subs, so definitely wanted to recognize his channel. Um, it's just amazing how some of these, obviously everybody has a starting point. You start and you kind of grow, but um, just so they're putting out good content. So definitely need to try to highlight them and support them, as best as we can. So that is the 3 channels that I want to get this channel a sub. So, um, oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, new channel. So definitely want to support him, help him. Like I said, I think he's only got maybe 7 or 8 videos up, but if you're not seeing the results or seeing an audience come or comments, you may get discouraged. So definitely want to try to support him, as best as possible. So, um, yeah, I will, I don't know if any of you guys want to jump in, but I'll drop the link here too. Um, yeah, Prime's a good channel. Prime's had some really good content recently. His content's always good, but he's had some statue unboxings and some comic book haul stuff. So definitely, definitely a good channel to check out if you're not. I want to talk a little bit about a couple books this week. I don't know what you guys have been reading. I read New Burn, so number 3. This has been a good series. Let me see if I can get. This has been a good series. Issues 1 and 2 are very good. It's kind of a mob type story. Newburn is an ex-police officer and he works for the mob now. And he's been trying. He helps the mob solve issues. And the first 2 issues were really good. And now issue number 3 was like it wrapped up the story. So there was investigation going on, and they weren't sure what was happening, and some mob people were dying. And in like 2 pages, um, this story like wraps up. It was like so abrupt. It looks like this is kind of the first story arc, the end of the first story arc. But I was like, I'm reading it, and I'm like, they just solved the crime that they've been kind of building up for 2.5 issues in like 3 pages. It was kind of very strange, seemed very abrupt. And then the same thing with Chicken Devil. Now this book, I like the story. The art and lettering seems very sloppy to me, and I don't know if that's just a style choice. But I kind of stuck with it because I liked the story. But this was another one that, like, within the end of the story, it just kind of wrapped up really quickly, like everything was solved. And I don't know, both of those issues, reading them in the same week, kind of seemed like, oh yeah. Well, I'd be interested to see what you think, Beckerman, because it really seemed like it was rushed or like abrupt in issue 3, the way they solved and tried to wrap everything up. So yeah, I really enjoyed issues 1 and 2, and then this one kind of just was like, what happened? Like the storyline just kind of really took a turn. So I don't know. So it was just interesting to have kind of two stories, 2 books this week that really just kind of fell apart. I thought, pretty quickly, not fell apart, but just wrapped up abruptly. With the setup from the previous issue. So I don't know. It just it seemed odd the way they did things. So thanks. Yeah, thanks for subbing those guys up. Definitely go check them out. Oh wow, Jimmy. Yeah, yeah. That was the next book I was going to talk about. And I know my LCS was sold out. I think I mentioned that in my haul video. And there's every week they order obviously a lot of Amazing Spider-Man because a lot of people buy it, but there's always extra copies. Like if you go back and look, probably the last 5 or 6 issues, they still have, plenty of issues, from like 80 to up to 87. But this was gone. So I had this on my pull list, and I went to my LCS near the end of the day, 4:30 after work, and there were no copies to be found. I had this one in, obviously in my pull box, but so it's amazing, I guess, how many people are kind of tuned into um, books. So I don't know if this is just your average collector, or people now that are really kind of just specking on comic books for as like an investment or a quick flip. Because it was unusual for all of these copies to be sold out. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this whole idea of specking on new books, modern books that are coming out, is viable because of the amount of people that seem to be snatching up. The last couple of weeks, the Thors that were hot were sold out at my LCS by the time I got there. Strange Academy. So all of these books that have kind of, have first appearances or things like that are being snapped up, really quick. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I don't know what the long term, value is going to be on this. Will Queen Goblin stick around? This is the whole series is with Beyond Corporation, and this is, um, you know, Queen Goblin is um, been developed or created through Beyond Corporation. So the Beyond Corporation storyline is going to wrap up, and I think maybe 5 or 6 more issues. So it almost seems like they're setting up Queen Goblin to be a villain for Ben Reilly, because in this issue she's, fighting Ben Reilly. So I don't know if it's a introduction of her as a villain for, a Goblin villain for Ben Reilly. I'm not really sure. So, oh wow, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. There's a comic shop, another kind of my backup LCS that I go to, that seems to, it's kind of in an out of way place, and every time I've been in there, I'm usually the only person in there, and what the owner does is he leaves up the last like 3 or 4 months of back issues just on the shelf, and he does, if you buy 10 you get 4 free. So I'm going to hit that store up and see if there's any of these books that have been spec'd on over the last couple months, because usually he has extra copies, because it just doesn't seem like it's a high traffic store. So I'm definitely going to go check that out. So yeah, yeah. I mean, some of these books are just really quick flips, right? Selling for $10 or $15 on eBay. So you can double your money. Maybe triple your money off what cover price. What was the cover price on this? This was $4, so $3.99. So if you can make 10, with fees and stuff, you're walking away with $4 or $5. I guess if you can quick, do a quick flip, you're putting, some money back in your pocket that you can spend on more books. So it's, I don't know. It just seems like for me to do that, you'd be kind of constantly chasing, what books are hot. You gotta take pictures, post them up on eBay, and then, but I guess for some, if they're buying them or selling a lot in bulk, it might be a good play. I have seen, I have searched books on eBay, and I do see people do like pre-order books on eBay, where you can, and they're selling 25, 30 issues of a single book. So, if they're getting a discount on them and they're usually selling them for obviously higher price, but also sometimes their shipping is way out of whack, that their shipping costs are way out of whack. So, they could be bringing home, $10 a book. And if they're selling 25, 30 books, it's a couple $100 that they're making. So it's interesting to see, but it seems like a lot of work for me to do that. So it's not something I've tried to do. And then the other book, got it upside down. The other book I read this week was Savage Spider-Man. This was an interesting read. And this is the same creative team as Nonstop Spider-Man, which I have, but I didn't read. I want to go back and read it. But this book was kind of reminds me of a righteous act of vengeance, where very little dialogue, just a lot of action. Um, so it's kind of a quick read, because the Savage Spider-Man is basically, grunting and like just single words that he's saying. So he's not very articulate. Let's put it that way. And um, Zemo's in this book. He's on an island with Savage Spider-Man, and there's some other um, uh, like villains that are there. I'm not really sure what's happening in this storyline, but definitely interested to check it out. It's interesting to see a different version of Spider-Man, the Savage Spider-Man. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I wasn't blown away by the story, but the art was really good, and it was it's a quick read because of the lack of dialogue in it. So yeah, we'll kind of see where it goes. Um, but that's it. That's really, I picked up a few other books this week, but those are the four books that I read. So, yeah. What are we having for breakfast, Beckerman? Anything good? What we got like eggs or bacon? What do we got? um, but yeah, those are, I did, like I said, I did pick up some other books, but those are the ones that I read so far. So I'm really trying to trim the pull list down to just books that I'm actually going to read, to try to keep the cost down, because I'm building up a lot of books already, and it's some stuff that I'm not really reading, and so why do I have it in the personal collection? So I'm trying to kind of find that balance now, to kind of just collect books that I plan on actually reading. So um, and one of the other things I wanted to mention too is that what I'm going to try to do now too for this Saturday show, this Breakfast with Brian show, I'm going to start to do some giveaways during the show. I like the way that Rob Fatstacks does his Slab Hub show, where he gives away some prizes during that live show, and he has that kind of short box of prize books. So I'm in the process of getting a short box of books together. Some recent books, some a little bit older books, but I like that idea, because you can do a live kind of giveaway and reward everybody who comes to the live stream. So I'm working on putting that together. So probably in the next, maybe not next week, but maybe the week after, I'll have everything together in that and start to do kind of a random, comment giveaway. So I don't know. I like that idea. I think it's fun, and it's a quick way to give back to the people that are watching your channel. So I know Rob, the giveaways, when Rob, how he does it with picking the number, and he has some different things, bonus books in there. I think it's a really good way of giving books away. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to continue to do my giveaways at milestones, and I actually have 500 coming up pretty soon. Probably going to drop a video on Monday about that, about a 500 sub giveaway. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm going to do a couple little different giveaways for that. I think I'm going to do a slab, 9/8 slab. I haven't decided on which slab yet. And then probably do a mystery box of DC Comics and Marvel Comics as the giveaway. So basically have some three different prizes to give away. So yeah, so that's kind of some of the giveaway stuff that I've been working on. I'm trying to think, how I could, do things a little bit differently for the channel. So trying to think what else. There was a couple of things. Oh, the CBC Awards. So we've been working on the CBC Awards kind of behind the scenes for this year. Working on, so I have a committee together of about 15 people that were working on the award. So definitely going to be having some announcements in the future about those, but definitely, you guys can check out the Instagram for the Comic Book Community Awards, or even the website. I've been trying to update that. Jonathan, good morning. We've got Mr. Bookworm in the house.
Oh,
Good morning. How are you?
Having your coffee?
I got it.
Hey, I picked up some stuff. You want me to show some?
Sure.
From my local LCS. The book that everybody's buying. I that one copy left. So got it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how long this.
FOMO.
Yeah.
But this one, I was really disappointed. I got it. The Animal Castle.
Okay.
But it's the second print.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know this issue? You know
I
what
haven't.
this is about?
No, I haven't read that, but I've heard a lot of people talking about it.
It's have you read the book Animal Farm?
Not a long time ago.
Yeah, it's based on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so got me Noctera.
Noctera, yeah, that's back.
Trying to complete that. I'm a huge fan of Christopher Reeve Superman's, so I'm trying to complete this. I think they have six issues. So
okay, yeah, they did the same with the Batman 89 too. Yeah.
Did you like Stray Dog?
I never picked up the original series.
Oh,
so
really?
I the last 2 issues that came out, I picked those up. So
yeah, I picked up these 2. How about Geiger? I don't know what this was all about.
Yeah, I didn't. I picked up the series. I haven't been reading it. And I didn't pick up the 80-page giant, but I heard that it was really good, so I'm definitely going to go back and pick that up.
Yeah, so that's all up to show. Then I found this channel. I don't know if you're familiar with these people.
Oh, the Comic Den, yeah, the Comic Den.
Oh, you know them?
Yeah, I've watched some of their content. They do a lot of auction buys and things. Yep.
Yeah, they do a lot of eBay stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a little shout out because I like how they package their stuff.
Oh, nice Tomb Raider, yeah.
But one of these is a signature, but
no, looks like we lost him. There he is. You're back. You froze up for a second.
One of these is signature. What do you do about those?
There's no COA, huh?
Yeah. Could it be like sent to the CBC, whatever?
Yeah, you could do that, right, sir, for the verification.
Yeah. Do they verify without a COA?
I'm not sure. I've never sent in a signature book, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
Seems like anybody can just put a signature on.
Yeah, right.
It's a signed book. That's all I have to show.
CBCS may do it though. Yeah.
CBCS pay for SIG verification.
Yeah, so there's probably additional fee, and they'll verify if it's whoever signed it, whether it's the artist or writer.
So you don't need a COA for it.
No, I think they'll verify that the signature against other signatures to make sure that it's. Yeah, they have people that verify the SIGs. So
cool. I don't intend to send anything. Just I don't know what signature means. I mean,
yeah.
I'm new to the collection, so you guys tell me what the signature means.
Well, I guess the signature can add value to the book, because it's signed by a particular artist or writer. I'm not a particularly big fan of signatures. Like I don't, if I happen to buy a book with a signature, that's one thing, but it's not something I chase. If I was to go to a con, I may not have books signed unless it was. Obviously you can't get Stan Lee to sign things now. So,
I mean, to me, what's worth more is when I witness signature myself. If someone else got the signature, it just
right.
Don't mean
it's
anything.
not like you met the person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess certainly like the obviously like Stan Lee books that are signed obviously have gone up in value, or Jack Kirby, things like that, artists or writers that are no longer with us. So,
Well, here's my cynical thinking. I got your signature. I wanted you to die.
all right, I'll remember not to sign any books for you then. Yeah, Yeah, I guess McFarlane too is probably because he's so well known. Having his
I mean, how
signature.
much would you add a signature to value wise? Depends on artist, or
Yeah, I guess it depends on who's signing it and what book it is. I know, Rob Fatstacks, he has a lot of books that he's big on signatures. So he might be a better person to
Slim
ask
is
about
too.
that.
Slim from
Oh yeah, Slim, he's got a lot of signatures as well. Yeah.
he loves signature books.
Yeah, that's true.
I really love his sketchbook. He collects sketch from different artists. He go to con and collects.
Oh
Sketch
yeah,
from
yeah.
different artists.
I've seen him show that. Yeah, that's a
That's
great idea.
wonderful. I would love to have that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the autograph book like you would get at Disney and have the characters, Mickey Mouse sign when they scribble the little name. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
Yeah.
So, what else? So, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Me, you're talking about giving away stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to give away stuff myself. I have I'm trying to celebrate my 100 sub, and where I'm trying to put a whole bunch of boxes together. So what is your strategy on putting these boxes together?
I mean, when I try to give something away, I always try to do something that maybe is a recent cover that was hard to get, like if you found another Amazing Spider-Man 88, you could give one of those away. But maybe like a recent book, some books that were maybe hard to get or people were specking on, or variant cover that was tough to get. Something that I would enjoy. It's kind of like the old old saying, right? Something that you would like to have in your personal collection.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen these other people giving stuff away, and they were like, like even I got that slab from Fastax, Rob from Fastax.
Okay.
No, I mean those ought to be like $100 give, and I just don't have that kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't, and I don't think it has to be high value. It's more about the gesture or the giving something away. Like I just won on Circumstances channel. I won a copy of Venom #4, the Amazing Spider-Man 300 homage cover. So he's given away a single book, which was great. It's a cover that I wanted, but I wasn't able to pick up. So now I want it and I have it. And so it doesn't have to be like a very high value or very expensive book.
I'm going to try to do it on a live show if I can, but I don't know how many people will show up. So.
Yeah, well, if you promote it out, we'll help you guys. We'll help you promote it. I'm sure that people will show up.
All right, appreciate that. That.
Oh yeah, let me grab. I'll grab your link for people.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for Kenneth. But Kenneth.
Yeah, I'll grab your link so I can put it up. Oh yeah, you're at 130 subs right now.
Yeah, I had what's her name? Diamond Princess. You know her?
Yes.
She gave me a shout out, and because of her shout out, I got like a 30 sub just like that.
Oh wow!
In one day.
She's done shout outs. She did a shout out for me, and then I think actually Jimmy G one time too. But yeah, it's amazing how well, and she's part of the kind of the card community. but
Right.
they're very it's very similar to the comic book community where they're very supportive of one another. So
Yeah. Wow. I was like, where are all these people coming from?
yeah, no, it's good. I've been watching and following a bunch of the um, card collector channels and some really good channels. And like I said, they're very supportive. They do so they don't call them AOKs, they call them
RAK.
RAKs, random acts
Random
of
act of
kindness.
kindness. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they've been doing. You see so many of them.
I
Sending.
belong to also a vinyl community,
Oh, okay.
vinyl record, and they call it VCLT, Vinyl Community Love Train.
Oh, nice.
So everybody has their own little lingo.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good to see all the different collectors that different niches of the collection because you see the toy and like action figure stuff. You've got the cards, you've got vinyl, you got the comics. There's so many different kind of areas of collecting.
Yeah, comic book community seems to be like a brother and sister to like a card collecting community. It seems like because
Yeah,
vinyl community is sort of alone.
yeah, I haven't stumbled on any of the vinyl channels, but yeah, the card collecting sometimes kind of overlaps. Like I've seen some of the card channels um, open comic books too, do some comic book stuff. So
Do you collect cards?
I don't. I mean, I did as a kid. I didn't really collect. I would buy baseball cards and flip them as a kid. Trade them with friends. But I've never really got into collecting. I mean, I'm amazed though at some of the cards that the look and feel of the cards. They look amazing, and then some of the unboxings that some of the channels do or card rips. They're pulling some high value cards out of some of these packs.
I have some Yu-Gi-Oh cards,
Okay.
and some of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards at one time, if it's in mint condition, I don't think mine's in mint condition. They were going for like $25,000.
Oh wow.
So I'm digging up. Is this the right one? Is this the right series?
Yeah, no, my youngest son has Pokemon cards and he bought them because he likes Pokemon. And I said to when about a year or so ago when Pokemon was going crazy, I'm like, hey, we should go through your cards and see what you got.
Well, the last year was probably a boom for all the collectors.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it
Cars,
has. I mean,
comic books, coins. I mean, you name it.
yeah. Yeah, and that's the other area too. There's a lot of coin collecting channels out there as well.
Let's get it for a sub.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a couple more, I think, already.
Hmm?
Couple more subs coming in. You're at 131 now.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Well, I appreciate meeting you, dude. Live to face like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you jumping on.
I always enjoy morning coffee, so I'll visit more often if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Yeah, this is kind of a good spot for me because it's early in the morning before, not too early, but before I'm running around doing errands or to do the list around the house. So it's good to kind of get a live stream out of the way.
You know what I thought was I'd like to meet somebody from overseas where one goes in like let's say I met somebody from Britain, right?
Okay.
That person will go to he become my robot basically. And just, hey, go to that comic shop. Let me see.
Well, have you ever watched Simon's channel, Simple Simon?
Yes, I'm a fan of Simon.
Yeah, I mean, he goes down to the shop, Mark's shop, and it's good to kind of see the shop and different.
Yeah, well, basically like that. So, like, let's say I have a Simon on this conference like this,
Right?
then I tell, hey Simon, go to that corner. I want to see that. I want to see
Yeah.
the comic book.
Yeah.
Then you'll take it there.
That's
No,
funny.
no, to the left, to the left, to the right.
Yeah, I'm. It's one of the things I'm looking to. I might do in the future is some comic book shop kind of walkthroughs. It's one of the things I want. I may add to the channel.
What state you at? You at?
I'm in New York.
Oh, you New York. Okay. Actually I've been visiting New York in the February.
Okay.
What part of what part are you in?
I'm on Long Island. Are you where you heading into the city?
Flushing.
Flushing. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Queens.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I'm in Suffolk County. So you got Suffolk County, Nassau County, and then Queens on Long Island.
I might go visit what's that place? Midtown.
Midtown. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I may go visit
Yeah.
it just because I ordered a lot of books from that place.
Oh yeah. It's a nice shop. They have it's like two floors. The Midtown one, the one that's actually like in Midtown, has it's like on a second story and then a third story. The
Yeah, they
first,
got all the graphics on the windows and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, it's a nice shop. I've been there a few times. So Dave, no, I've never sent in any cards for grading. I was really interested in I think it was 2 weeks ago on Slab Hub, Rob's channel, Rob Fatstacks. Tyler from Whack Comics was on with all the Pokemon cards, but he said that some of the cards he sent in to CGC got turned around really quickly, like in a couple weeks. And the slabs, the card slabs that he had for the Pokemon cards looked really nice. And they were all from CGC. So
Is it CGC's top dog in cars as well?
I'm not sure. I thought there was one other company that might be kind of top of the line as far as cards, but I really liked the way the CGC card holder looked. It was it presented really well.
Well, I'll return your sub, by the way, Kenneth. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate the visit.
Yeah, thanks for
I
stopping
really
in.
enjoy your morning show. So, cheers, man.
All right, thanks for stopping in. PSA, yeah, I knew there was another company that was kind of top of the line card wise. Yeah, PSA is it. That's the one I've heard. But like I said, the CGC cards looked really good. The case, the slab itself looked really good. Yeah, cards is not really something. I mean, I can appreciate it, but it's like comics is enough for me. Enough money being spent and enough stuff to keep organized. There are certainly a ton of collecting rabbit holes that you could go down between cards, some of the action figures. Like every time I see the Marvel Legends action figures or even the Star Wars Black Series, man, I could buy all of them. But I'm trying to stay focused just on comics. Okay, PSA and Beckett. Yeah, PSA I know is the one I've heard before. Now, how does CGC rank in that? Because I think card grading for them has been fairly new, right? They've only added that recently, I think. Yeah, it's really nice. I think it was just the top sticker, the top label looked really nice. Was it PSA who has kind of that little? It's like a black circle for the grade. What doesn't present as well, but the look and feel of the CGC card slabs looked really good. Yeah, yeah. No, it's a rabbit hole I'm trying to avoid. I have one or two figures, but I mean, every time I look at the Black Series or the Marvel Legends, it's like, and then now they have the kind of the retro. Slim Comics showed them the other day. Sean had a few of the kind of retro Marvel Legends, the smaller figures. And I remember having those type of figures as a kid, so I could definitely buy those. And then the large, I'm staying away. I don't want to spend too much money. So, but yeah, that's it is amazing though the kind of different niches of the different collections. Cards and coins. It kind of all overlaps, and it's interesting to see how well all of those communities, similar, very similar to the comic book community, are very supportive, generous with gifts and AOKs and random acts of kindness and things like that. So it's definitely good to see. So, and I think I was mentioning the Comic Book Community Award. So we are working on, I do have a committee. I am working on the new awards for 2022. So definitely going to have some announcements shortly in the next couple months. Kind of outline the timeline. The award show will again be in December this year. But the one thing I can say is we will be expanding the award category. So we're adding more. Last year we had 11. I think we're adding 10 additional categories to go to 21. Definitely some more opportunity for channels to be nominated and finalists and winners. So I'm looking forward to, getting that all together. So you're a Comic Bro. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. I got to check out your latest video. I saw it come up in my feed with the, the show where you do with your wife naming some, and I think it was some obscure DC characters. So definitely interested to check that video out. So aggressively, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good year. We've taken some feedback from the community. We've made some changes, tweaking some things a little bit. So I think it's going to be bigger and better. And hopefully we'll reach much more of the community. So everybody, there's awareness out there. I'm actually going to be part of my 500 subscriber giveaway that I'm going to do is going to be helping me spread the word about the Comic Book Community Award. So, be on the lookout for that. That video is actually going to drop on Monday. So, but definitely want to make sure that I'm hitting all corners of the community, that everybody's aware. So, definitely need some help from, community members spreading the word and make sure we reach everybody. Yeah, definitely. That's on my to-do list to watch. So, definitely looking forward to watching that video. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I did a video like that recently with one of my sons, and he did really well. I was surprised. They're well-known characters. They weren't obscure characters, but he actually scored really well. I thought I actually made the list hard, but he did really well. So it's fun to do that. I'm trying to talk my wife into coming on to see if she can name some of the characters, but she just laughs at me and goes in the other room. So yeah. No, I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm definitely, I think some of the people that had negative thoughts about it have kind of come around to the idea of it. And some others have said, hey, look, the awards aren't for me. I don't like the awards in general, which is fine. So I get it. So I know I think I always spell it with an O instead of the U. So I will make a note of that, Jimmy. So so yeah, just going through the comments. So yeah, so there'll be some announcements coming up about the Comic Book Community Awards. It's a little bit early. Like I said, the award show will be in December. So I set the date for I think we're going to keep that. It's going to be the first Saturday in December for the award show, and then kind of back timed it from there. So, you have nominations, and then you have the finalist announcement, and then you have the finalist vote. So we're going to probably kick off sometime in April will be the official nomination process. But I'll have some announcements along the way. So, Mr. Jerry, good morning. We are we're certainly going to have the cleaning restoration category again this year. So and we're tightening up the way that we the finalists are determined. Again, the community, it will be a community vote for nominations. So nominations will be fully open to the community. You can nominate any channel. But once the nominations come in, the committee is going to kind of review those and make sure that they are representative of the right channels. And I don't want to say right channels, but we want to make sure that we have a good mix of top nomination getters and channels that are deserving of being a finalist. So we're definitely making some changes. Low budget. Thanks for stopping in. Good morning. So yeah, we're definitely tweaking things. Like I said, I did get a lot of feedback from a lot of people. So definitely want to try to make it as fair and as tight as possible, but obviously still have a lot of community involvement, because that's really what it is. It's a community awards. So but like I said, we want to make sure that channels, all corners of the community, are representative, whether that's a channel with 10,000 subs or a channel with 50 subs. We want to make sure that everybody's involved. So just catching up on the chat. Brecca, you're having lunch already? You must have been up early. I'm not ready for lunch yet. So yeah, no, I appreciate everybody coming out this morning. I am. I don't know what else I got going on today. I just got to-do list stuff to do. I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be trying to put together a prize box similar to like Rob Fatstacks has, with a short box to be able to do some giveaways during this stream. So I'm working on that, getting some books. I've got a bunch of AOKs that I'm sending out that I got to get packed up and sent out. So I've got some comic book work that I need to do this week. But then I've got some stuff, there's always stuff to do around the house, or that to-do list never seems to get smaller. There's always, by the time you get to the bottom, you're adding things back to the top. So, all right, gym and then some lunch, right? So nice. Yeah. So I know a couple of you guys joined late or joined, later in the show. I highlighted 3 channels earlier, so definitely go check them out. DOS Comics. I think he's got like 3 or 4 subs. So a new community member. He is doing some haul videos. He's got maybe 7 or 8 videos up. Definitely want to go support him, keep him going, get him some, give him some momentum to help, continue to make videos. So yeah, I'm, like I said, I really want to make sure that I want to make it fun, right? I want to make it fun. I want to make it inclusive of, like I said, all areas of the community. So definitely we'll need some help from, community members spreading the word on the awards to make sure, like I said, that we're hitting all areas of it. I try to do my best to pop around to a lot of different channels and say hello when people are in live streams and things like that. But, there's only so much time in the day, and I'm only, one person. So, but I definitely, want to spread the word so that everybody's at least aware of it. And if they want to participate, they can, jump in on nomination of channels and things like that. So we'll see. I think it's going to get better. And, I think it will be bigger and better in year 2. The fact that, like I said, we're expanding the categories. And I think there's obviously more awareness now that year 1 has already been completed. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, all right. I think so. We doubled his numbers. I think he was at 6, or no, he was at 3. I think the last time I checked. So good to get him to 6 now. Yeah. Bump him up. Go check out his video. Leave a comment for him, a like. It'll be nice. So I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys, unless you guys got anything else in the chat that you want to mention. Like I said, did some shout outs. So definitely go check that out. Talked about some of the books I read this week. Did you get a copy of Amazing Spider-Man 88, the big spec book from the past week? Oh, thanks, Jerry. Yeah. Like I said, definitely a channel we want to try to support. So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for Comic Bookworm Naman jumping in. Good to see him this morning and actually talk to him face to face. So I appreciate you guys coming out this morning. Have a great weekend. Let's see. I think we'll leave with this video for Jimmy because he really, really enjoys the young ladies dancing on my channel.
You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?